keeping your mind, your thoughts aligned, and therefore what follows from that are your actions then follow the thoughts, and the actions then can lead to getting you where you want to be. The other cool thing I want to mention is picking up this book that I chose today. A lot of you would know about it. I've mentioned it many times before. It's Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday. And one thing I'd never noticed, but on the front page in small writing, it quotes Robert Greene, another great author, and quotes his comment for the book, which is, "This is a book for the bedside of every future and current leader in the world." And I thought that's a really powerful just sentence. And I thought I'd raise that because those of you listening to this, you are all leaders, whether you are leading in your business, whether you are leading in your team, leading your clients, leading your families, and leading your community. Really, really important. So definitely would recommend having this book. And I purposely, that idea of picking one page and reading it, chewing on it. So I've picked this page. You can see there, very short, one piece, and it's all to do with action. So in this, Ryan Holiday talks about the difference between action and right action. So the difference there being action, we all take action. We all get out of bed. We can all start a task. We can all commence a project. But is that action? Does it have purpose? Does it have direction? That's what he would call right action. Now, in order to take right action, it would then be, I would say, very much important to be clear on your goals so that the decisions you make, the actions you take, can then be in line with that. It's very hard to make consistent, good quality, consistent decisions that are moving you towards your goal or end result if you're not clear on what that goal is. Then every decision becomes ad hoc. Then you'll probably start to see experience major decision fatigue. Whereas if you are crystal clear on where you're going, it's much easier then to take action and make decisions on things when opportunities arise that are in line with that. Here in the piece, Ryan talks about the difference of one action definitely requires, he says there, courage and not brashness. So creative application and not brute force. He goes on to talk about the right action is really there to make consciously and intentionally making decisions with boldness and persistence. Really important, rather than thinking or overthinking, avoiding or constantly asking for help. All of those things are then not conducive towards taking right action to move you in the right direction. Now, there might be a little thought in the back of my mind, maybe in your minds, that idea of every decision needs good consideration, good thinking. Yes, but we don't want to overthink it. The difference of someone sitting there for a year thinking, do I, don't I, versus someone who took action straight away, and within 3 to 6 months they can see if that was the right action. They can then iterate that, adjust it, change direction, and move forward. But then they've made that lesson, either that they know that was not the right way and they can move closer towards the right way, or maybe that was just a little off center and they can just adjust it and start moving in the right direction, as opposed to someone who has no information, no new data to make a more informed decision to move forward. They're still in the same situation and going to probably be struggling from serious, what's that thought where you think so hard then you can't make a decision? Can't think of it now. The idea today's little video, just talking about taking action, but the right action, that with purpose and consciously choosing the right action. You can only do that if you're clear on your goals. And with the reading and learning I've been doing, and we do all here as a team, it's really important that you're writing out your goals. That'd be one big thing. And the other big thing is, what are you consuming? So that's why I come back to that book. Do you have a book, or do you have really good content? These videos, this podcast channel is one example of that, little plug. But what are you putting in your head? Because it's very easy, if you're just consuming mass media, that's someone else's agenda, someone else's goals that they're trying to push. And so that can very easily derail you. So are you consuming content that is in line with your goals? That's getting you thinking, making the right kind of decisions, empowering you, inspiring you, motivating you, or just educating you to make better decisions. And then are you writing out your goals every day? I would love to do more of that. I don't always get around to doing it that consistently, but I added it again this morning. Writing out your goals, definitely by hand, is the best. Some people might write out their goals and then read them every day. That's great too. But there is something interesting and fascinating to see if you're having to write those goals out every day, then you are putting pen to paper saying, this is what I'm achieving, going after. It also shows you what is important. So you will notice that some of the stuff you wrote down yesterday, you don't write it down again today, but you might write it down a week from now. That's fine. That'll begin to show you where your attention is and what you're focusing on and what is most important. So to iterate, or to go back on what I've been saying today, are you clear on your goals? Because that's going to be very, very powerful to then allow you to take the right kind of action to move you closer towards those goals. So when you stick your head up, no doubt every day, you're in the trenches sometimes, or it feels that way in the weeds. When you stick your head up, you are at your goal, or you're a lot closer because you've taken the right action. Hope it helps, and looking forward to seeing you guys on the next video.